Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, my dear student, in my today's online class. I am Muhammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Manston College. Today, I am here taking an online class. I hope this class will help you the better study at your home. Today, I will discuss chapter 3 from Physics second paper, and topic of this chapter is current electricity. And my today's topic of discussion is shunt and the related math and creative question. Okay, let's just start with shunt. Shunt is if you connect a very small amount of resistance parallel to a sensitive device or instrument to save from an overflow, it is called shunt. Look at the figure. In that figure you can see this is the galvanometer, which is sensitive instrument, and this is the cell or the source. Suppose from the source I ampere current is produced, and this galvanometer is cannot tolerate this amount of current. Actually, in this galvanometer there is a coil, and there is a range of this current flow of the coil. And if the current flow which is more than this range, then this coil will be burned and this sensitive device will be damaged. That is why, to save this sensitive device such like galvanometer, we arrange here another very small amount of resistance parallel to this galvanometer. Then most of the current will flow through the shunt, and only required amount of current, that the range of this galvanometer, that amount current will flow through the galvanometer, so that the galvanometer or the instrument or sensitive instrument can be saved from the overflow of the current. Suppose when the current is reaches at this point, this current will divide into two way. Let's consider from this galvanometer Ig amount of current is flowing, and through this shunt Is amount of current will flow. But it depends on the resistance of the shunt. If we connect here the small amount of resistance, then most amount of current will flow through the shunt. So definitely to save this galvanometer, we have to connect a small amount of resistance parallel to the shunt. That is why the most of the current will flow through this shunt, and a little amount of current will flow through this galvanometer that it can tolerate. And again this same amount of current will come back to the source. So if you consider the galvanometer resistance is capital G and the shunt resistance is small capital S, then we can write here capital G always be greater than shunt. Now I will try to show you a equation related to the current passing through the galvanometer and the main current. Now let's consider the potential difference between these 2 points, as these are the parallel circuit, and if we consider the resistance of this galvanometer is G and shunt is S, so these two resistance are in parallel, and in parallel circuit the current will divide but the voltage will same. Voltage difference of this galvanometer is V. So according to the Ohm's law, V equals to Ig into capital G, because according to the Ohm's law we know voltage difference is equals to the multiplication of the current and the resistance, and the current of the galvanometer is Ig and resistance is capital G. Let's see, this is the equation number 1, and if we apply the same formula for the shunt, then the potential difference of this shunt across the shunt is V, and current passing through the shunt is Is into S. This is equation number 2. Now if we divide these two equations, then we can write S divided by Igg into capital G equals to 1. So we can write here Is divided by Ig equals to capital G divided by capital S. So from this equation we actually can calculate the current passing through the shunt. So current passing through the shunt will be Is equals to G divided by S into Ig. So this is the formula to calculate the current passing through the shunt. This formula is applicable when galvanometer current is given and resistance of both galvanometer and shunt are also given. Again, we know the main current is I, which is equal to the branch current. Again, we know the main current I, which is equals to the addition of the branch current. And we can also apply here the Kirchhoff's law. Here at the point A, this current is get inside. That means this current move towards point A, so I will be positive, and Ig and Is, these two current move away from this point, the junction point. So these two current will be negative, and if we change its position from left to right, it will be plus. So we can also apply this formula according to the Kirchhoff's law, and we can also apply the normal formula, which is the main current will be equal to the branch current. I hope all of you have understand. Now, if you want to calculate, the galvanometer current, so let's put the value of Is here. Let's put the value of Is, Ig, and value of Is is here capital G divided by S into Ig. Now if we taking common here Ig, then we can write Ig into 1 plus capital G divided by S. Now if we simplify this equation, then we can write I equals to Ig into S plus G divided by S. Again, if you want to calculate the value of Ig, then this will be reverse. That means we can write here S divided by S plus G into I. So actually this is the formula to calculate the galvanometer current, where main current and the resistance of the shunt and the resistance of the galvanometer is given. Again, if you want to calculate the current which is passing through the shunt, then we just put the value of Ig in this equation. Then we can write the value Is equals to G, and this S will be cancelled. So we have here only S plus capital G into I. So this is the another formula to calculate the current passing through the shunt, and which is actually related to the main current. So this is the formula to calculate the current passing through the shunt or current passing through the galvanometer, and we can also calculate the amount of shunt. I hope all of you have understand. Now I would like to explain some mathematical examples. Let's see the mathematical example number 1, and the question is the resistance of galvanometer 100 ohm. Question is what shunt resistance is to be connected to that, so that 99% of the total current flows through the shunt. That means we have to calculate the resistance of the shunt, as 99% of the current will flow through the shunt. And let's see the given information. The resistance of the galvanometer, which is represented by capital letter G, and whose value is given here 100 ohm, and the current of shunt, which is represented by Is, and whose value is given here 99% of the main current. So we can write Is divided by I equal to 0.99. This is the current of the shunt. Now we have to calculate the resistance of the shunt. So we know the formula. We know the formula to calculate the current of shunt is Is equals to capital G divided by S plus capital G into I. So if we put the value of Is by I here, then we can write 0.99 equals to capital G is here 100, S and capital G is again 100. Now if we cross multiply this with this one, then we can write 0.99 S plus 99 equals to 100. Now if we exchange this 99, if we change this position 99 from left to right, it will be subtract with 100, then we will get answer 1. So we can write 0.99 S equals to 100 minus 99, that means 1. Now we can write S equals to 1 divided by 0.99, and after calculation this expression, its answer will be 1.01 ohm. So this is the answer of this question number 1. I hope all of you have understand. Let's solve the second question. The second question is 5 ohm shunt is connected to the galvanometer of resistance 100 ohm. The current of the galvanometer is given 0.42 ampere, and the question is what is the current of the circuit. So let's see the given information here. Shunt is given, the current, that means resistance of the shunt is given 5 ohm. So you can write shunt is 5 ohm, then resistance of the galvanometer is given here 100 ohm. Resistance of the galvanometer is represented by capital letter G, and whose value is given 100 ohm, and the galvanometer current is Ig, and Ig is given 0.24, 42 ampere. 42 ampere. We have to calculate the main current. So we can write I equals to what? And we know the formula to calculate the galvanometer current is Ig, which is equals to S upon S plus G into I. We have to calculate the value of I. So we can write I equals to S plus G divided by G into Ig. Now if we put the value here, S is given 5, G is 100 divided by 100, and Ig is given 0.42. So after calculation this expression, we will get the I equals to 8.82, and its unit is ampere. So this is the answer of this second question, question number 2. Now let's solve a creative question. In that creative question we have a circuit, and according to the information you have to answer the question C and D only. And look at the diagram. In the diagram here, galvanometer G is given, and with parallel to this galvanometer shunt S is given, and through the source 1 ampere current will flow. And the given information is here. While doing experiment in the lab with a galvanometer of 100 ohm, range 10 milliampere, Harun connect the circuit as shown above. That means the resistance of the galvanometer is given here 100 ohm, and its maximum range is 10 milliampere. So 10 milliampere is your maximum range, and teacher asked him to transfer this galvanometer into an ammeter of 10 milliampere, and teacher asked him to calculate this galvanometer which range was 10 milliampere into a ammeter. So this is the stem, and according to the stem we have to solve this question C and D. Question C is find the value of S of the circuit. So value of the S means the resistance of the shunt. We have to calculate the resistance of the shunt in question C. So let's see the given information first. The resistance of the galvanometer is given 100 ohm. Current of this galvanometer Ig, whose value is given here 10 milliampere, and 10 milliampere equals to 0.01 ampere. And resistance of the shunt, we have to calculate it, resistance of the shunt. So we can write S equals to what? S is the symbol of resistance. Main current is represent a small I, and whose value is given here 1 ampere. And we know the formula to calculate the galvanometer current is Ig equals to S upon S plus G into I. So by using this equation, we can calculate the value of S. So let's put the value. The value of Ig, is here 0.01. S is not given, and value of G is 100. And main current is here 1 ampere. So if we divide 0.01 by 1, the answer will be 0.01. Now if we multiply this one, so we can write 0.01 S plus 10. That means if you multiply 0.01 with 100, then its answer will be only 10 equals to S. Now if we change this position from left to right, then we can write S minus 0.01 S equals to 10. Then after subtraction this expression, we will get 0.99 S equals to 10. So if you want to calculate the value of S, we have to divide 10 divided by 0.99, and its answer will be 1.01. So actually this is the answer of this question, that means ohm, and this is the answer of this question. Now let's solve this question number D. The question is, to follow the teacher's order, what change is needed? The teacher ordered Harun that he have transferred this galvanometer to the ammeter, and range of the ammeter is 10 ampere. That means the main current that can flow through this ammeter will be it will be 10 ampere. That means this ammeter, the maximum range of this ammeter will be 10 ammeter. So we can change the resistance of the shunt. So to flow this 10 ampere current through this ammeter, what amount of shunt we have to connect across this ammeter, this we have to calculate. So given information is here, resistance of the galvanometer G is 100 ohm, and current of the galvanometer is 10 milliampere, that means 0.01 ampere, and we have to calculate here the shunt. Suppose we consider this shunt is S prime, and main current is given here 10 ampere, because this ammeter can flow 10 ampere through it. This is the maximum range of the ammeter, and we have to calculate the shunt, and we know the formula to calculate the to calculate the galvanometer current. The formula is Ig equals to S upon S plus G into I, and we write here S prime. Now if we put the value of Ig, which is 0.01, then S prime divided by S prime plus 100, and main current is 10. So if we divide this, we will get answer 0.001 equals to S prime upon S prime into 100. Now if you multiply 0.001 with this term, then our expression will be like this: S prime equals to 0.001 S prime plus will be 0.1. Now If we change this position, s prime minus 0.001 s prime equals to 0.1. So after subtracting this expression, we will get 0.999. So we can write s prime equals to 0.1 divided by 0.999. So after calculation, we will get answer 0.1. So we can write the s prime equals to 0.1 ohm. So to convert galvanometer to ammeter, Harun connect 0.1 ohm resistance with connect parallel to this ammeter. That's all for today. If you have any problem related to our today's class that I have discussed in my class, then you may ask your subject teacher. Thank you for your patient hearing. Stay safe, stay home.